One of the large plant leaves of her bed slipped out from under her. Once 𝙃𝙀's eyes adjusted, she noticed tree limbs above her seemed to move past in some kind of interval. It hit her. She was moving. Instead of glancing side to side, her head snapped up. She was being dragged. Oh my God! Mandibles the size of barbecue tongs were crimped around her left foot. A reddish-brown, round head hissed with determination once more. 𝙃𝙀 screamed, "No! Help!" An 8-foot-long body with multiple legs glided backward. From one end to the other, the legs themselves moved up and down in a smooth motion like twisted, grotesque piano keys. "Giant millipede!" Over by camp, the shouts woke Vivienne up into a groggy state. It took a moment for the yells to sink in. Her vision cleared as she glanced around. Where 𝙃𝙀 had slept sat empty, but had left an imprint on the grass. Where did she— "Someone help me!" Though frightened, Viv shot to her feet. "𝙃𝙀, where are you? Is it what I saw last night? Or was that just a dream?" "In the forest!" 𝙃𝙀 shouted back, grunting and trying her hardest to wriggle free. "Being dragged by a freaking bug!" Cameron sat up with one eye open. What's going on? Emily's in trouble. Viv rushed over to their captured friend's duffel bag. Maybe the tranq gun would work? Up and hobbling over to the edge of the forest, Cam rested against a tree. "Tranks may not penetrate. Might need something." A yawn cut him off. "A little stronger." Not wanting to waste time, Viv tossed the tranquilizer weapon to him. "Try it anyway. We can't lose her." From further into the woods, 𝙃𝙀 called out, "Vivienne! Cameron!" He stared at the gun in his hands. "Nothing like a surge of adrenaline in the morning, with a side of firearms." He set his gaze on the inner forest. "We're coming!" Leaves and sticks brushed past 𝙃𝙀 as she continued to thrash. "Get off me!" Thwack! Her free foot walloped the giant millipede in the head. The oversized arthropod hissed at her. For the most part, it remained undeterred. All its focus remained on keeping hold of the morning human meal. A flick of its strong body rammed her into a boulder. Her ribs struck the hard rock. 𝙃𝙀 gasped in shock and for air. "This thing's gonna kill me!" Another jostle knocked her clambering body onto her back. As she rolled onto her right side, she managed to glance down to the back end of the huge bug. The rear began disappearing into the ground just before a mossy log. "Oh God, no! It's Burrow!" A low-lying cycad tree with palm fronds and a trunk resembling a pineapple came up on her right. Like a fish out of water, she lurched her body over and clasped her hands onto the bumpy tree trunk. Every muscle in her body engaged, inducing searing pain due to what must have become a cracked rib on her left side. "I can't die this way!" Meanwhile, Cam hoped he'd been heading in the right direction. "Hey, I need your voice for guidance!" Another tug from the millipede made her suck in an agonizing gasp. "Over, here!" 30 feet at 10 o'clock from his position. "Almost to you." As he took off, he glanced back for a moment. Where's Viv? The roughness of the plant's bark scuffed against 𝙃𝙀's palms. Determined, the giant bug planted its back half and lifted the front half higher into the air. 𝙃𝙀's fingernails dug into the tree until shooting pain flared up from under the nails. If she held on, the possibility of her nails getting ripped from their respective fingers would cause even more agony. Otherwise, she'd continue to be at the mercy of the monstrous vermin. Phew! Phew! 2 tranks glanced off the insect's armor-like exoskeleton. After firing the shots, Cam stood there. Shock set in. Crap, tranks are useless. "Then try!" 𝙃𝙀's arms and hands grew tired as the millipede lowered its front half and yanked once more. "Something else!" Face to face with danger, he became paralyzed. "I don't know what to do." "Do!" 𝙃𝙀 grinded her molars together. "Anything!" A war cry sounded. From behind a tree, Vivienne sprinted and leaped onto the back of the millipede. Positioned behind its head, she raised a knife and slammed it down with a yell of exertion.